All right, so what are the lessons that you're going to learn today? Lesson number 1. A leader needs a team that they can lead that's going to take over if shit hits the fan, right? So what does that mean? I'm going to come out here. Need a little more space. So as I told you guys, so I've diagnosed with cancer. Came as a big shock, as you can imagine. I'm a health professional. I live very healthy. I work out. I eat very well. I take care of myself. Right. That's part of the gig of being a health professional. So how on earth could I develop cancer? Well, unfortunately, cancer doesn't give a shit about any of that stuff. Cancer just says, you know what? I'm going to come to you now. So in our business, a main way that we drive sales is that we have short-term membership options. Okay, and one of our biggest short-term membership options is a contest. We call it a New Year, New You, and it's right around the new year. And this contest, so what happens is we bring in revenue immediately from the contest, but then the idea is that we bring in obviously residual revenue, right? So with this contest, the amount of revenue that we bring in can be anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000. For a small business, 10 to 20 grand in a month to 2 months extra on top of your bottom line, that's pretty good. And so this whole thing happened, the whole cancer thing happened, as we were starting to gear up for this arguably the biggest competition that we do, the biggest membership drive that we do this year is really based off this New Year, New You, because the way that we structure it is there are teams that compete to win a cash prize. This year we have 20 teams that are going to compete to win $3,000. So each person in the team of 3 is going to get $1,000. So every team has to have at least one non-member. So if you have 20 teams, that means that we're going to have at least 20 non-members that are coming into the gym. And then our goal is to convert about 70% of them. So out of those 20, we want to convert about 15, roughly. We only sell annual memberships. And so out of those, if we convert 15 out of the 20 people, it ends up being a very large amount of money for us. So this is very important, obviously, that we do a good job for this contest, and that we bring in enough people, and that we hit the numbers that we're trying to hit. And so the week before the contest was going to start is when I found out. Officially all the results came back. And this was after I had a biopsy done. It's freaking cold in New Hampshire, right? And we're in this gigantic space, and because it's a gym, right, people aren't coming here to hang out in a 70-degree room. They're coming here to work. They're coming here to sweat. So we don't keep the heat on in here. It stays about 60 degrees during the winter. That's not too bad if you're working out, but if you just had somewhat major surgery and you have a bunch of areas on your body that don't feel very good, then being in a 60-degree room really doesn't feel good. So I wasn't around for that week, and I had no idea what happened with the contest. As far as I knew, when I kind of checked out, we were at 10 teams, and we needed to get 20 teams. So we needed to bring in 10 non-members as well as 40 members, right? So came back and talked to my team. On the team that we have at the gym, we have about 8 people, I think. Jamie, Gina, Christine, Lara, Tori, Lisa, Dika, Linda. Yeah, 8. So I came back in for a staff meeting to tell the staff, hey, what's going on? And they caught me by surprise because they said, hey, listen, we made our 20 teams. And I was stunned. I said, how could you make the 20 teams? I wasn't involved in this process. How could you go from 10 teams to 20 teams without me doing anything? I didn't help at all. It blew me away. When they told me that, I almost cried a little bit. I got a little choked up. And they said, we hustled. And they said, I teamed up with Tori and we got this person, and then Tori and Christine teamed up and they got these 2 teams together, and they explained to me how they all worked as a team in order to get those 20 teams that we needed to get. That was our quota. So lesson number 1, a leader is nothing without a team. Because if shit hits the fan like it did with me, you need to be able to, a leader needs to be able to step away and be able to say, okay, I trust in my team, that my team is going to do what needs to be done in order to accomplish that goal that we set out.